Hello and welcome to another real-time sports stream. I'm your host, Ian Hartitz. It is a great day to be great. It's a great day to be drafting 101 with Mr. Dwain "The Rock" McFarland. We are on the clock. Team Daisy, if you do. Jamar Chase, come on down. Feels good, Dwain.
Yeah, man. We've not got to draft from one yet here. I mean, not surprisingly, this is our fifth draft, so I'll take it. Yeah, if you want Jamar Chase, this is where you got to be to get him. And yeah, you know what? I'd like to have Jamar Chase, so I'll take it. It's going to be interesting for the folks that this is your first show to watch one of our drafts. This is a full PPR format, $300 buy-in. Trying to win your league first, but if you win your league, there is a playoff race where all the league winners and some other teams are in at the end for a 3-week playoff race where all those teams combine, and there's a $500,000 first place prize. It's the Fantasy Life Championship. So, yeah, we're happy to be drafting these teams, but full PPR, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, Ian. And for anybody that hasn't been here, get ready. It's a rodeo when it comes to running backs. They go so fast here. So when Ian said we had the 101, I was like, I'm excited and scared because I don't know. I mean, the running backs go so fast. We've seen some of these teams down here at 1 kind of getting, I don't want to say trouble, but, tough decisions. But Jamar Chase, come on down. Let's draft him. We're not going to waste any time. Let's get the show on the road.
Jamar Chase, come on down. I was going to bring that up if you weren't, Dwain. I swear to all of you on everything that is holy. Dwain McFarland, 6:41 p.m. I am excited and scared. Followed by Jamar Yes, which is more excitement than scared. So, again, just more so going to come down to who exactly we are picking from. We have seen teams, Dwain, try to kind of do the zero RB approach from the 101. I believe this is our 4th or 5th recorded stream. Now, the first one we did was a pure, maybe the most pure zero RB team that many have ever seen. I think we end up drafting.
Yeah. Peter Overzet's trying to say that he and Sean Siegel, the father of zero RB, by the way, that they drafted the most zero RB team ever. I think we probably need to go check the facts on that, Ian, because I think we pushed the envelope about further actually than you would probably want to.
It's kind of started to work out though, Dwain. We drafted Bill Crosby-Merritt before it was cool in like round 16 or something like that. We also got an Ollie Gordon in round 18 or 19. We'll see about these, Brian Robinson to the Dolphins trade rumors and everything. But it is just an example where, and I always think of that hilarious Denny Carter video from a couple years ago where he's like, people looking at your zero RB team, and they're like, the wide receivers? Like, yeah, they're not. Yeah, wide receivers are great. Quarterback, okay. Tight end. It's the running backs. What do you have? Like, why don't you have any running backs? So again, it's gross, but when you're going to play that game, hey, we're kind of hoping for the volatile, random nature of the position to rear its ugly head and hopefully reap the rewards. So we'll see how that team goes. Again, we were kind of joking, Dwain, though. Just it's fantasy football where some of the teams that you draft and you feel the worst about, believe it or not, by the time December comes along, sometimes those are the best ones.
Yes, for sure. And we've kind of had the joke on the side that it'll be the zero RB team that wins, that's our best team, just because that's how these things go. I was actually just sending a message to Ron Stewart because I see Ronald Stewart is team 4. Like, is this Ron Stewart? So I'm just asking him on Twitter if he's in a real-time sports draft right now.
We also got the one who knocks, Heisenberg, Walter White, picking out of the 102. There's always some fun names on real-time sports, which I appreciate. I really do love playing here. Again, Dwain kind of outlined the tournament. The only difference otherwise, though, is just passing yards 0.05 instead of 0.04. Otherwise, it's your, kind of regular run in the middle. We played some other spots, Dwain, and they're all fine too. But, tight end premium, 3rd round reversal, 5 or 6 point passing touchdowns. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, but I just kind of we got these rules for a reason, man. Call me a traditionalist or whatever, but I like real-time sports.
Yeah, me too. I mean, and it's the home of the Fantasy Life Championship, so I think obviously, Ian, we do love it. We enjoy drafting here, and we've kind of learned a little bit more about how people draft here over the last couple of years of doing it. I will say, I think we were both it took us a little bit to adapt to how heavy running back things are. And I think that honestly, it takes us to a good conversation about what kind of wide receiver would have to be here for you to not want to go ahead and tap running back twice when it gets to us. I will say there's more wide receivers going right now in this first round than what we saw last draft. So but to me, it would need to be like, obviously if Drake London or someone like that made it, if any of our tier of
Sure.
Amon-Ra, Brian Thomas, Drake London we would auto pick that. They're not
Yep.
going to make it to us. I think
The
AJ Brown and
AJB
Ladd.
Lad, I think we get one. The
Yeah,
next tier is where it gets interesting.
I think the challenge though is that we could probably take 2 running backs potentially from our running back tier. And we know how fast running backs go. So like if 2 running backs of Derrick Henry, Achane, Irving, Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, Omarion Hampton were available, I would just take 2 of them. And I think you could argue even for taking Trevion or Kyron and double tapping, just because we know we're not going to like what running back we're being forced to take in round 4 or 5. And we're probably going to have to, I mean, there's a good chance we have to eat our vegetables. You never know. Like if there's value there, we're going to take it. Like if there's a screaming value, we're always going to take it and figure it out later, to be honest. As long as it's a position like that we're not like just already overly strong on.
Well, I'll move over the tier sheet and show everyone here for a second. Like the whole reason why we do this too, Dwain, is, I mean, I don't think you're wrong here. This tier from freaking T-Mac all the way down to Rashee Rice, I mean, it's massive. And that's why it's one of those things. And we're talking 18 different receivers here. Yeah, okay, we would prefer T-Mac and Devontae and Worthy over, the Devonta Smiths and the guys at the bottom of it. But, it is that thing where I don't feel bad about getting these guys at the lower end of the tier. Meanwhile, running back, man, it's the exact opposite. So, yeah, getting 2 inside the first 3, worst case 4 rounds, man, really does become something that far more drafts than not I want to do over here.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a different draft. We've already got a 0 wide receiver start from the 12 hole. So I think this is going to be a fun draft, and it might be really good for us being down on this end with this draft playing out this particular way because of just the troubles that we've seen some teams get in down here at this end. We've seen people build some good teams, but also have some major weaknesses that they're trying to figure out. So, but I would say this is by far the most wide receivers that I've seen go in the first 13 picks. This is the most we've had for sure.
Easily. Now, I am on record saying my favorite draft slots are 101 and 102. So hopefully that comes to fruition here. But I will say, again, in this format, just having to chase the running backs does make things, I would say, a little bit different. But still, I mean, you're basically just based on, again, having picks 24 and 25, you're going to get Jamar Chase and then Bijan Robinson. And then more drafts than not, you're going to get an opportunity, particularly in home leagues, to still get a top 12, maybe even a top 10 wide receiver or running back there. Kind of like the consolation, the worst case, Dwain, is a situation where we would be looking at someone like Brock Bowers or Josh Allen if, again, people are just completely hammering their running backs and wide receivers. But, again, I'm open to potentially taking one of those elite onesies. I think we definitely need a running back, though, as long as,
we have to take, I think we have to take one. Literally, it would have to be like, Drake London and AJ Brown, and Drake London just went. Like it would, if there was something really unique available that we could do a 0 RB build with, I would totally be down for it. But London just went. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm a little different than you. I actually like drafting from 9 or 10 this year. Is actually my favorite because I think you hit a real sketchy spot, honestly, where the wide receiver, there's a dip at wide receiver at the 2-3 turn. I think if you don't have certain running backs fall your way, you are also either forced to reach for a running back or because the running backs get a bit iffy. So you kind of get into the situation where you could take a quarterback, but you also know if you're picking from the middle of the 3rd or the end of the 3rd or the middle of the 4th, you probably still have a shot at an elite quarterback. But coming back at the end of round 4, you don't get a shot usually at Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels, where you do in the middle of round 4. You also get a shot at George Kittle in round 4. So the other part is just this year, I think there's basically like 16 first round players and you can get 2 of them with your first 2 picks. So I really like picking from the other end. I love getting Jamar Chase, but I think otherwise your roster construction's tougher from down here.
So I hear you on the top 15, 16 first round picks. The other side of that coin, though, is, it starts to look a lot rougher after about the first 26 or so picks as well. So that's kind of the balance there. Like we end up getting 3 of the top 25 or 26 guys, depending on 101, 102. And then at that point, that's when we're starting to creep into that muddled wide receiver 2 tier. And then all of a sudden we're, RB 14 and on, where we're not feeling as great about those guys. That's why, the quarterbacks and tight ends tend to go around that spot when they do. So I would say like 4 through 5 or 6, Dwayne, like that's kind of the spot where I don't like, because then you're not getting the second round pick who you're just in love with. And then all of a sudden you're dealing with the annoyance in the third round that I'm talking about.
Yes. Yep. So this is a very different draft. We have 3 teams that are already 0 RB.
Cool.
So
F them.
Yeah. Maybe that is the real Ron Stewart. And he told everybody he was drafting, and he's got a bunch, because people that draft with him are going to draft 0 RB. Like that's how they're going to draft. And if there's enough of them in here, it can just change the whole dynamic of the way this thing works, to be honest. So
good old Ronnie Stewart.
Yeah. So, and we don't even know if that's the same one. He hasn't responded. I shot him a DM. Like it could just be some dude saying Ronald Stewart, and this is just randomly happening. But occasionally we've seen this happen over here before. For the most part, it's running back heavy, but we noticed it a couple of times last year where you just happened to land in a certain room and it went wide receiver crazy. So it's kind of cool, really. I mean, you've got all these different ways it can go. So I've got Bucky Irving at the top of the tier. He just went as soon as I said it. He does not normally make it down here. And the drafter sitting there at pick 3 knows that. He was like, okay. So I got Jonathan Taylor, Omarion Hampton. I've got Brock Bowers. He doesn't normally make it down here. So if you want a Bowers team, like this could be the place to do it. Like I would rather have Bowers than Tyreek Hill. I personally, but I mean, I
kind of think we double tap RB.
Yeah, I'm good with double tapping RB as well. I know that we would be getting a potential value on Bowers. Well, how about now? With Jonathan Taylor gone, it comes down to how do you feel about Trevion Henderson? We're taking Omarion Hampton, right?
Yeah.
It's how do you feel about Trevion Henderson versus Brock Bowers?
I mean, Bowers is the man, obviously. Tight end 1 for a reason.
You don't normally get him here. I'm just checking our ADP tool real quick over at fantasylife.com. You guys can check it out all for free. We've got ESPN, we've got Yahoo, we've got Sleeper, we've got RealTime.
It's quite handy.
All this stuff. It is Brock Bowers. Where are you? Pick 18 is where he normally goes.
I do have Bowers ahead of these guys.
I will tell you, we know we're taking a risk, but we also know tight end's done. The other tricky part about it is we take away kind of a strategy we think we have, which is I'm just going to go ahead and take Hampton since it's winding down.
Take Hampton.
One of our things that we like, right, is that we really do love Tyler Warren this year. And we kind of like, I think of Tyler Warren as this year's Jaden Daniels. Like he's not the quarterback, but he's the guy at the onesie position that could potentially erase a lot of what people are getting with the elite tight ends.
And the thing is, bro, like this room is going more wide receiver, but we see DeAndre Swift go in freaking round 3 over here. I'm not going to like, and you're not going to like the running backs on 4 or 5.
No.
Look, you messaged me before. You said you wanted some Trevion. Let's get some Trevion.
Trevion over Brock Bowers. 5 picks past ADP. Here we go.
Let's do it.
All right, we talked through it. Getting a nice little rain shower here.
Ooh. You guys don't get that too often down there in Fort Worth.
We do, but not at this time of the year. You're correct. Sometimes it can be a while.
Jamar Chase, Omarion Hampton, and Trevion Henderson to start things out. So, again, having Bowers would be cool. That would be the spot where I'm more into him, but I consider Trevion still a running back where that was the guy. I know you have your tier break, Dwayne, below Hampton and stuff, but
I honestly wonder if it's not really a tier all the way to Kyron. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Even Kyron, dude,
like so hard drawing these tiers.
He got the contract, and I've pushed back on people who just want to fade Kyron. But at the same time, man, I will admit when I'm on the clock, like he's not my favorite guy to click.
I know. And there goes Tyreek Hill. So Bowers is just falling here. Now
Maybe
we
he'll
got
come
Trey
back
Mc,
to
we
us.
got we got Trey we got Trey McBride at the end of one of those zero running back teams will scoop him up, right?
Yeah.
Because like if you can get an elite onesie position along with your wide receivers, like that's kind of like one of the centerpieces to that strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with it. I think it's a good way to go. There goes Trey McBride ahead of Brock Bowers.
Heyo.
And
Now we're
somebody's getting
cooking.
massive value on Brock Bowers here. This is going to be interesting. Wow.
Ooh, Jameis threw a
We're going to
touchdown.
get made fun of for sure when I post this board for going for Trevion over Brock Bowers.
Whatever. Haters gonna hate.
I've done 2 Raiders shows this year. There goes JSN. And they've been awesome, man. I love going on the Raiders shows. And what a time to go on a show and talk Raiders when you got Brock Bowers
Right.
and Ashton Genty, and you
It
grab
is one of
Geno
those things,
Smith.
though, man. And we've talked about it. It's weird to have an offense in the Raiders. I think Vegas has them 26th or 27th most likely scoring offense with 2 players consistently going to the top 20. I mean,
They're
if
just really good
Bowers
players.
he's not gonna bust, but like it's possible Bowers just finishes closer to like the tight end 5. And that doesn't mean he's a bad player by any stretch of the imagination, but you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this. The reason I'm really willing to pass Brock Bowers is twofold. Three, really. One, I love Tyler Warren, and I do think he's a strategy, and we may not get him, but he's a strategy piece that you and I both agree on, and we both love drafting him. And so like we have alignment on it, and it's a way to offset the elites, and you can get him 5 rounds later. Number 2, running backs may not go as quick in this draft tonight, but they have historically. And so I don't want to be left out. And then number 3, Trevion Henderson is a badass. Like he can break a league. Look, we're projecting him for a split role. You and I are not saying I haven't projected actually for like 1% less of the carries or 2% less of the carries than Mondre. But I have him leading the backfield in receptions. And guess what? He still comes out his ceiling in the ceiling floor or in the best model is what we're now calling it. And the best model. That sounds like we're talking about women in the best model, but we're not, ladies. It's fantasy, but fantasy football. So don't get weird. It's 20. It was over 20 fantasy points per game in the role I have him. So I mean, imagine. Essentially, he is Achane rookie year. He is Jahmyr Gibbs rookie year. He is Alvin Kamara rookie year. I've got him projected for under 200 carries, but heavy work in the receiving game. You know
Kamara
what I mean?
was the RB4 as a rookie with 120 carries.
Yeah. Now I don't know that Henderson's going to get as many targets as Kamara did because that was a Sean Payton offense.
Yeah,
but I think he's going to get more than 120 carries, right? So it's kind of
if you had to pick the second play caller you want to force feed a running back target, it's probably Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, he's shown a willingness to dial up the screens and stuff when he's got a guy. He likes to work a lot to his slot wide receiver, but I could see if I were Josh McDaniels knows so much more than me about football, but if I'm just going to like put on my stupid, if I were Josh McDaniels hat, like nerd in the basement looking at a spreadsheet, I mean, I would want to get the ball more to Trevion Henderson than Pop Douglas. Right. I mean, if I'm designing stuff, so I don't know.
So again, I think for me, the biggest thing was just I've seen the one-on-one teams try to push off running back there because it does feel a little weird to take Trevion the first pick of the 3rd round. Like I get it, but man, unless this room, and I will say only one more running back has gone past us. So maybe this is going to be a team, Dwayne, where we are loading up on running backs in round 4 or 5 again. So we'll see what happens.
But it's okay. I mean, again, like we've got more drafts to go, but we're not anywhere near the Trevion exposure that we also both want. I kind of want Trevion on a bunch of different builds. And if he is a bust this year, then fine. I mean, it happens. Like we have a risk. We just took Omarion Hampton and Trevion Henderson, right? Yeah. And people are going to see this draft being, oh man, like you guys just love rookies. Well, guys, rookie running backs that go in the round they went in and play for the teams and in the schemes that they're on. Like, I'm not too worried about them being rookies. It's actually, I look at that as more of a positive than a negative, to be honest. So, if Trevion busts, oh well, like it happens. But like we're swinging for like big time upside, and I
Right.
think his floor is still a lot better than what people think.
I am with you, my friend. Midway through round 3, still only one running back since us, James Cook. We did have Brock Bowers finally go off the board to sound the Olami. Justin Jefferson, Josh Jacobs, Brock Bowers. Nice start there. JSN, Tyreek, Devontae Adams, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, the next wide receivers off the board. More and more, Dwayne, we were talking about it too. Like, yes, all these injuries are good for Emeka Ibuka. I get it. There's a chance that we just look up in week 4, though, it's Mike Evans is a top 3 wide receiver because he's Mike freaking Evans, and now he has less target competition than ever.
He's moving up on Underdog. I've been trying to get him more, and he's people are hip to it. Like they're drafting him sooner. He's going in the middle of the 3rd round a lot of times. Like, and also people are tired. Like they've been drafting the same people in the same spot, for 3 months. So they're just kind of like, okay, they got injuries.
Mike
Just give
Evans,
me
yeah,
Mike
sure.
Evans. So it's gonna be this could get really interesting on us. I will say right now we're okay because the wide receivers that are going in round 3, we're not at a point right now yet where wide receivers that normally fall to round 4. I don't know. I think we got T. Higgins. Did we get T. Higgins in round 4 that day?
I think it was 3 because we got
We,
Walker.
we might have taken him around that same spot down there at 3. And there goes the first quarterback with Lamar.
Yeah. This could be a nice build to get one of these elite quarterbacks coming back.
Yeah, I agree. Goes Kenneth Walker.
George Kittle's hanging out there for us as well. Obviously want some Tyler Warren, but that would be the one potential exception to that desire. So best running backs available: Breece Hall, RJ Harvey, Chuba Hubbard, James Conner, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery. I was thinking today, Dwayne, Chuba versus Conner. I have Chuba ranked higher, but I was just really looking at it. I think 26 versus 30, just their age is enough of a tiebreaker.
Yeah, it is. They're close though. The thing is, I've not drafted much of either just because like the way I've been drafting, they've just not really been the way I'm planning my drafts right now. But we've given both guys respect. I don't think you and I look at those two. Some people I've seen act like they're vomit. Like Chuba Hubbard was not a good receiver last year, and I think that's his biggest risk. I think he's at risk of losing pass down work like big time. I think we could see. I think that is going to Rico Dowdle. Actually, I think Chuba Hubbard's going to be an early down back this year. And that's going to hurt. But
40 passes again, yeah.
Right. But the Panthers should be a better offense. They have an offensive line that we like, and he's going to be the guy inside the 5-yard line. So I still think Chuba Hubbard has a path to fantasy relevance. I don't want to take him in round 3 or 4 of a draft though. Like if I can get him in round 5 or 6 of a draft, I like that a lot better. And James Conner, you do get more often. He goes about a round to a half a round later than where you get Chuba. And it's not so much just that, it's the receivers that you're having to pass to go ahead and take Chuba versus you could take the receiver and then come back around and still get James Conner. That's been my issue with Hubbard. So if Hubbard goes nuts, I'm going to be screwed because I'm not going to have any. And it's not just a Hubbard thing. It's more just the way these drafts are.
Well, and that's honestly that's why I'm in a weird predicament with it, because I'm in one of these rooms with a bunch of other fantasy guys, and all the Calvin Ridleys, the George Pickens, Jameson, all these wide receivers have gone pretty much. Now all of a sudden it is like, well, Roma Dunze versus James Conner or Chuba Hubbard. And usually, it's a much higher end sort of option there. So I'll continue to get in the lab and see what's what about it. But Dwayne, we are again now halfway through round 4, playing for 500,000 big ones here in the Fantasy Life Championship. Joe Burrow once again going off the board ahead of Jalen Hurts, which we'll see what happens. Burrow's pretty dang good. I would take Hurts, but
that's the latest we've seen Josh Allen go. That was round 4, pick 1 for Josh Daniels, and then immediately Jaden Daniels goes, who we've seen make it to round 5 twice.
And there
this feels more like honestly an underdog draft than a real-time sports draft so far.
It is looking that way more.
Look at the board.
Look
It
at
feels
him.
like the Joe Pesci thing,
I
grabbing
know.
the face.
Running backs are starting to catch up here a little bit, though. We did have Chuba, Brees, and Harvey go off the board shortly after I said they were the best options. But good news is, Dwayne, we should be able to get a couple of these wide receivers in that tier. I know you were looking at it, starting to wonder, well, who's
I
going to
was a
be
little I was a
available
little
here?
worried with
Yeah,
how zero RB the teams were, to be honest. So the guys I have in our queue right now, honestly, top of the list is Mike Evans. Then it's George Kittle. Then it's Tet McMillan. Then it's Xavier Worthy. But man, we've gotten Worthy way later than this. So I
yeah.
do wonder if we try to play the ADP game and also the diversification game. We do have him twice already in 4 drafts over here. So I wonder maybe if it's more JMO.
Pickens too, man.
Oh yeah, Pickens. Why don't I? Yeah, my bad. My bad.
There's Terry McLaurin. Okay.
All right, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Dude, if we get Mike Evans or Kittle here, I'll be elated. And we're getting one of them.
Yeah.
We could turn
There we
them.
go. Wow. Is that legal? Should we ask the commissioner here? Are you guys okay with this?
If they leave us those, we're not even talking like it will be immediately picked.
Yeah, round 5, George Kittle is just something else.
He took Kittle. So I think it's
What happened?
Evans and Tet, in my opinion.
Okay. T-Mac versus I'm with you on Evans. T-Mac we've drafted enough Worthy he falls.
Yeah. It's T-Mac versus Pickens, but I think T-Mac still has the higher upside if the Panthers take that step forward as an offense and like he's the main alpha on their team.
Yeah.
And we'd be mixing it up here. We'd be taking a veteran and a young guy. I will tell you one weakness of some of our teams. It's also like a strength, like we're trying to hit for this upside. But if you look at some of our teams, we really are young, like at the wide receivers. Like we've got teams where it's like we're really counting on Worthy and McMillan and these guys. But getting Evans here, I think, is an absolute steal. So we'll take him.
Yeah, take Evans.
Man, Kittle right there would have been like hey, look, I'm happy to get either. But getting Evans is great. But if we would have got Evans and Kittle, I do think it's Tet here over Pickens personally. I think they have similar floors, and I think McMillan's ceiling is slightly higher.
What about T-Mac versus Marv?
I think T-Mac. I'm scared of Marv, man. I just am. I've been scared off, and maybe I'm being a sissy. I've got Marv below T-Mac in my ranks. Do you?
No, but I probably should. They're right next to each other. I have all these guys in the line, honestly. Let's go T-Mac. Cool.
All right.
Just some 6'4" ball.
I like talking it through, though.
Yeah.
And look, Marv, there goes Calvin Ridley. Marv really, like, when I wrote the breakout research article this year, like Marv's one of the names I talked about that, like, guys, there are many more than you realize, like guys that finished as a wide receiver 4 in their rookie season that came in with a profile like Marv that actually still ended up being a wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 1 the next year. It's not a 50% hit rate or something, but like 20% or so. I'd have to go back and look at the article. I'm actually just talking out of my ass. I can't remember the number. So guys, don't quote me on this. Go read the article instead. But it's possible, right, for him to still show up. I don't know. I'm more into T-Mac.
Someone just responded to one of my tweets with, I normally hate you, but this one had me thinking. That's fair. Harsh but fair. There goes Connor. Again, it's just, if we had Evans and Pickens, if we had Evans and Evans and Marv, like I wouldn't besmirk anyone for doing that. They are a bunch of guys in that tier, but
there's a range of outcomes where any one of those guys is the better one guy. Is the better one.
I think the thing is, I'm not confident enough in Marv or Pickens or Worthy or JMO inherently being a better talent than T-Mac. Who's got the highest at that point? Who's got the highest target ceiling? It's for sure T-Mac.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because I mean,
and Bryce
let's
at the end of
until
year,
proven otherwise, Trey McBride is the alpha in Arizona as far as targets go.
I just think his play style meshes so much better with Kyler. Even Marv's biggest plays were oftentimes playground broken play because it really is, man. There's a NFL coaches prefer 6'5" quarterbacks for a reason, bro. Kyler can't see. It's not a short joke. We see it every single week, man. That's why he's not hitting these dudes. Like, third step drop. Like, it just.
You're going to put up the Peter Dinklage as Kyler Murray.
Oh my God. Dwain is just all over the AI.
I did not do that. Someone sent that to me, by the way. I am all over the AI. I'm trying to make my life better and become more efficient. So I am trying to figure out how to get AI to help me offload certain things that, are mundane that I don't need to be doing. Because I do some things that I probably don't need to be the one doing. But I'm looking up what I wrote on Marv real quick. He did just go to the Ronald Stewart team. So Harrison averaged 11.7 points per game last year, barely sneaking in a wide receiver 3 finish. If we exclude his week 6 game, where he was only out there for 15% of the snaps, he was 12.4 fantasy points per game, which is a wide receiver 3, right? So that's his previous high. I gave him the game where he only had 15% of the snaps. I didn't count that against him.
Yeah, fair.
23% target share. That was wide receiver 2 worthy. 43% air yard share. And when I say wide receiver 2 worthy, that's based on data since 2011, looking at basically wide receivers 13 to 24. 1 to 12 would be wide receiver 1. So when you guys hear me say these numbers, 43% air yards, that was what Dwain, wide receiver 1 worthy. Yards per route run, 1.63. That's wide receiver 4. PFF receiving grade, I don't know how this happened because like Ian's watched all the film and I have too. He broke 1 tackle. And PFF grade is so much about what you do after the play. But it was a 77.2, which was wide receiver 2 worthy, but I'm questioning it as much as I love PFF. Man targets per route run, 28%. That was wide receiver 1 worthy. So if you go back and you look at year 2 receivers coming off a wide receiver 2 versus a wide receiver 3 finish in their first year, they're not that different. 33% of the guys that were a wide receiver 2 in their rookie years went on to be wide receiver 1s. Okay. 26% of guys that were wide receiver 3s went on to become wide receiver 1s. They're like essentially the Spider-Man meme. They're essentially the same thing. And then wide receiver 2s, 43% of the wide receiver 3s became wide receiver 2s, and 17% of them remained wide receiver 3s. So 76% of the time you got a wide receiver 3 or better. And 59% of the time you got an improvement on what you had the year before. So after reading this, I should make myself okay with drafting Marv again, but I've freaked myself out, man. So you're going to, I'm glad I just read this because I'll be more willing to click him, but I still prefer T-Mac.
Yeah. I mean, round 4 or 5 Marv is certainly better than what we were having to sign up for last year, but I hear you, man. And it is one of those things where we don't have what we're hoping in is just that Kyler and Marv play better because there's not a change in the offense that we can really hang our hat on,
Yeah. And you've been marking off the sheet while I was reading. Thank you. I came back over here. I was like, man, I better catch up. Hartitz is on the scene, man. Always grinding. JMO, pick round 5. We considered JMO, where we were. Jameson Williams, like my favorite thing, like on him is, and I've said it multiple times, but people saying, man, where's the target share going to come from? And I'm like, but man, imagine if he does get a 25% target share, bro. Like you're going to hate your freaking self. Like, so it makes him the kind of bet that let's say he misses. He's still probably a low end wide receiver 2 or a high end wide receiver 3.
You're drafting the weeks he's going to hit are going to win you your week. You would think. Yeah. He has that big playability, obviously. So
yeah. And you're not drafting him as a wide receiver 1. What wide receiver did he just go off the board as here? He went off the board as like a low end wide receiver 2 or early wide receiver 3, like just now. I got, what do we got? There's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. 26 wide receivers off the board. Igbuka already goes, which is fine, man. I'm so glad I loaded up on Igbuka early.
Right. Round 5 Igbuka is a little bit tougher pill to swallow.
The guy timed out, so we don't know if that's who he wanted. He may have just had him in his queue so he didn't forget him. Takes Travis Hunter. There goes Worthy. So we're not getting some of the youth steals that we got in the other drafts. What round did we get? We got Worthy in round 6 the other day.
I still like the wide receivers we can potentially double tap here. Yeah, it'd be cool if Pickens, Waddle, or Smith fall, but like even this other tier is okay.
Oh no.
I don't really want to go back to running back right now, you know.
No, I don't see a running back worth taking. I'll say though, this room overall, I think is drafting pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of holes in the tier. When I say that, like guys that are left still colored white instead of gray for being on someone else's team or green on our team, it's pretty much closed up. Like, it's a pretty tight room. There goes Pearsall. So yeah, these guys are really pounding it here. We've gotten far. We've like Pearsall. I'm gonna say this, man. I like Pearsall. Matt Harmon's really big into him, so I like that about him. But I'll tell you this, man. It's not like he was a badass all last year. He was good for 2 games. Now, I'm giving a lot of credit to Kyle Shanahan's scheme.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get a 5% target share off of just complete gimmies. So if you can get a 19 under that on your own, that's still going to be a 24, you know? Yeah. But so Pearsall just went ahead of George Pickens, who just now went.
It's just complicated last year because he came back from the injury. He had a decent game against the Cowboys. He had his first touchdown against the Buccaneers. Like, he looked fine, man. He caught the ball. He beat Antoine Winfield Jr. to the freaking pylon. Like, he looked fine. And then he literally goes 4 weeks with a 70% route rate, and he had 5 total yards while they had no Ayuk, while Debo was washed, while McCaffrey was, in and out of the lineup there. So it's just, and you can go back to, well, he got shot, and that's a very, very, very good excuse. I get it. But man, Dwain, like, this dude did nothing until, yeah, let's face it, torching the not exactly the most imposing secondaries in the world in Detroit and Arizona the last 2 weeks.
Right. So it's not the layup people are making it out to be. Yeah. And this is an underdog draft all the way. We are in an underdog. Now, some of these running backs are going sooner, like Pacheco and Monty and Pollard. But how many receivers are gone and where they're kind of going in the draft? This feels so underdog.
Hey, we're gonna have five inside the. Yeah, we're gonna have 5 though inside the top, 40 dudes, which is all you can really ask for.
No, I'm with you. I just wanted even more with us double tapping running back to start.
Yeah,
and people have laid off of Laporta.
Gosh, how many rookies are we gonna have on this team? Because I'm looking at Matthew Golden right now with some starry eyes.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna put him in the queue because
we don't have to take him. I'd be down with Odunze and Debo.
Dude, I want some Debo. He's a perfect fit for that scheme.
Shut up.
Yeah, really? He does not normally go that early either. See, this is.
Are we live?
It's getting it. This is getting us right now. Because in the heavy running back rooms, we still get Hampton and Henderson. But I'm going to shut up because we never get Mike Evans in a room with normal drafters that are in these. We never get him at the end of round 4. We got a bunch of galaxy brain people going with all the young guys, and so we get Mike Evans at the end of round 4. A guy that we're probably not going to draft a ton.
Yeah. But hey, man, every draft room's different. We're seeing that in spades on this lovely Thursday evening.
So, all right. Odunze, Olave, Matthew Golden. And I've even got Cooper Kupp over in the queue. But
Charbonnet.
Look at ADP. Oh, that was kind of weird. Charbonnet.
This Charbonnet's team is the reporter is even saying that he has no basis.
Matthew Golden right in front of us. Are you do have a direct mic to the audience? Are you speaking straight into the?
Honestly, I didn't want to have to explain 4 rookies in their first 6 picks to people anyway, so it's fine.
All right, so Odunze and Olave, because
definitely a Odunze, and I'm pretty sure Olave. Why Olave over Jacoby?
Olave is just the more talented player.
Why doesn't he score more fantasy points than Jacoby Myers?
Because his quarterbacks miss him deep all the time. And I'm not telling you that that's going to get fixed, but they're going to run him a lot more on shorter stuff. Look, I don't like the Saints, but I think that Chris Olave, I know we always use this as an example, but so do you want Odunze for sure?
Yes.
Is he one of the picks? All right, because I have him up there. But while we're talking, I think Olave still carries the higher ceiling.
I have these mofos directly next to each other.
I do too. And I've got Juwan Jennings and Cooper Kupp right there in the tier 2. So, all right.
I think
Do
Olave
you?
carries the higher ceiling as well, but
I just think he's
man,
the better overall player. Olave can beat you deep, intermediate, all of it. Jacoby is an underneath intermediate guy that you're kind of hoping gets 900 yards. Olave
is
is the
the
one that could go off for 1,300, although it's going to be hard in the offense that he plays in.
Geno's much, much, much better. We don't usually take a tight end. Any love for Sam Laporta? No.
I'd be willing to take Sam Laporta here.
What do you think? I'm not in love with a wide receiver. It's your call. I'm cool with Olave. I'm cool with Laporta. You want to go Laporta?
Yeah, let's do it. We don't have him, and we just got him well past ADP.
You just returned to practice. I have the wide receivers we're just talking about, and then Sam Laporta in the ranks. So I think it's pretty similar. We got our 4 inside the first 6 rounds. Like we're in a very good spot at receiver. Why not just take a 6 tight end?
Yeah. I'm good with it. The only concern is you just see what happens to the wide receivers after this. So like tacking on one more because we know we're flexing wide receiver, and then we could have still gotten Tyler Warren. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? We may still draft Tyler Warren. You guys better watch out.
Through 7 rounds, guys. Jamar Chase, 101. At the turn, we double tapped. Running back, I will admit, didn't see him fly off the board quite as much as we are used to, but Amari and Hampton, Travion Henderson still holding down those spots. Managed to get Mike Evans and Tedero McMillan at the round 4-5 turn, and then went ahead and took Rome Adunze and Sam Laporta round 6-7. So, Bo Nix, that's the first kind of reach, I would say. I know they're stacking him with Cortland Sutton, but interesting. I think he might have honestly come back around to him if he was willing to play that game.
Yeah, I mean, if you look down to your right, everyone except for the two teams next to you don't have a quarterback. But then if you look across the next teams, 5 out of 7 already have one. They're not taking one. I mean, unless you're just so. I mean, let's be honest. That team is. I don't like what that team's done with either of their last 2 picks. Zach Charbonnet in round 6 and Bo Nix in round 7. I don't like Terry McLaurin in round 4. I don't like Cortland Sutton in round 5. I just don't even like that team. He took Trey McBride over Brock Bowers. I like Jameer. This team is going to win the league, by the way, guys. But
we do not like them. They will win the league because that's how fantasy works. So, not so sure they'll be unstoppable, but we'll see what happens. Travis Kelce off the board right after that. We did see Patrick Mahomes go round 8 last week. Dwain, he continues to be on the board. So we'll see what happens there. But I will say, again, I hear you. I'm passing up on the wide receiver. I would like, in an ideal world, I mean, Olave is going to be gone. The next tier of guys will assuredly be gone, but this would be a good team to have Jordan Addison. I'm still cool with Jaden Reed. And Josh Downs, man.
Juwan Jennings, dude.
Update?
People are just
Juwan Jennings too.
I mean, do people really? Do we think he's trying to hold out? I mean, we're almost to the end. I mean, he's about to have to play games. Do we really think he's hurt?
Not really.
I don't either. I mean, I don't know, but he played his hand. They called the bluff.
Shane Steichen feels good about Josh Downs for week 1.
Okay.
What's our coach speak? They said he's BS on a depth chart.
The other day, when he was talking about the Anthony Richardson stuff.
Right. Okay. Steichen has an 80% reliability on injury coach speak as of October of last year. So
I know why you don't want to take Olave is you just don't want to ever close yourself off from the opportunity to draft Rashid Shaheed.
That's part of it, man.
Yeah.
I know. I think when I had Pat Mayo on the Fantasy Life show, his bold take was just Shaheed's going to outscore Olave. I think he has him ranked that way.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen. I think they're both good receivers. It's a shame they don't have, and they've got an actually okay offensive line. Kamara still got something left. Like, golly, get a quarterback down there, man.
I hear you, and they are good and everything, but if you don't have the core, it's not rocket science. But I feel
Yeah.
like we just maybe aren't waiting it enough because they don't have a quarterback, and that is a problem when you need someone to throw them
But
passes. I
that's
don't
why
care
you
how
get them
bad
where you get them. That's why you get Chris Olave
it
has
is
enough
true.
talent to go in round 4 and 5 with all these other guys like Sutton and
Yeah,
Ridley and those types. He goes 2 to 3 rounds later because of his quarterback.
no, it's true. It's true.
Tyrone Tracy, I am liking more. A much more reasonable price than where we've seen Tyrone Tracy go over here at times.
Yeah, round 7's fun.
Yeah, freaking Bill's still on the board. How's that
Wow,
happening?
he went round 5 in our last draft.
Yeah,
That was insane.
people are losing their shit, man.
Laporta is one of those, and I was talking about it, I think, on our Fade show with Cooter and Jake, where I haven't been drafting a lot of them because, again, we've talked about it. Barbo approach, and he goes around pick 50 on certain sites. So getting him started around 7, I'm more okay at that price point because, again, we have him ranked tight end 4, so I know it's kind of obvious that he would be the guy that we would expect that could finish top 3. But really, man, he had injuries throughout the entirety of last season. He had the hamstring in August. He had an ankle in September, and he had like a shoulder midseason. We've talked about it. He got back to putting up his usual. I think they were actually even better numbers down the very stretch run of
14 points
last
per
year.
game once he was healthy and he was playing a full complement of snaps.
Like, again, it's Brock Bowers is better. I get that. He was a better prospect in the first place and everything. He's better. But it's a situation where if Bowers played through a bunch of injuries and finished tight end 6, like we'd probably be jumping over ourselves trying to scoop up value on him. That's kind of where Laporta's at this year, just like a middle class man's version of it.
Yeah, I agree. There goes Olave. I agree with you. And if there's gonna, it's good to mix things up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
He goes pick 70 over here, so we got a tad of value on him, not a lot. The drafter right next to us, I like his team. Bijan, Jonathan Taylor. Like I'm not nuts about the offense, but like Jonathan Taylor's still. I mean, he's probably going to run for 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns at least. I mean,
Seems good.
it seems fine. Then you got Tyreek Hill, which is a swing for upside. Is Freeman drafting next to us? And then George Kittle, which it took him forever to draft George Kittle. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder what if he was torn on Ridley in round 4 and nearly left us Mike Evans and Kittle. But he gets Kittle, Ridley, Matthew Golden, who you had just said. And then after we took Laporta, he took a guy that was similar to Olave, which is Jerry Jeudy.
There goes
I like
Bill at
that
the end
team.
of round 7. I do too. It's honestly pretty, like you just kind of have your trade-offs about if you like our team versus their team more. I think we're a little stronger at wide receiver. He's got the superior RBs and Kittle. So it's like, but hey, Jamar Chase probably a great enough trump card to win that battle for us, or so we hope.
Yeah, there goes. So they're going to taking the running
Jordan
backs.
Mason, one of my guys, not at the end of round 7 necessarily, but where you guys can get him in your home leagues. When's your my guys, Dwayne? I'm sure you have that in the.
I don't even
smart
think I
sheet.
have one.
Wow.
It's my strategy article that drops tomorrow. It's
Okay.
centered around basically my guys. My guys equal player I love as far as talent, and they're going in the right spot of the draft, and you can craft a really good draft strategy.
You got to give me 3 of them though, Dwayne, because then you can be right about everything else, but I'm just going to hold you to these select players, and they can still be good. And if they're good, I'm going to hold it against you. If they're great, then I'll say whatever.
Which 3?
I picked. I went Jordan Mason, Calvin Ridley, and Keon Coleman.
Yeah,
that's how I feel too.
Yeah, you've been higher on all those players than me the whole way. Like we've been pretty close on Mason, but I've come around some on Ridley. Ridley, I liked his price a lot better before.
When he was wide receiver 3 land, that was awesome.
Yeah, so I don't get. I was taking him some. Then as he started to climb, I went ahead and grabbed some shares, and then now he goes so early. I have not gotten as much of him over the last week and a half.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm not taking Ridley at the 4 or 5 turn. I mean, maybe that's wrong, but I'm not.
All right. Halfway through about round 8 now.
Let me ask you something.
Probably need to double tap wide receiver.
Well, we could also consider running back here. But I think we have to get a wide receiver. If you had to start Jaden Reed versus Tyler Warren, who would you pick?
A healthy Jaden Reed, but unfortunately that's not a case. It's not the case right now. You see him limping around in that practice fight?
Yeah.
He's
pretty injured.
God, you really want Tyler Warren?
No, I'm just asking because
yeah. No, it does get to that point. I hear you.
Yeah, it gets to the point, and like you have the spot covered. If you think it is something you could potentially flex, the other I don't mind taking a running back here. I mean, because it's getting like there's guys in the range we're in right now, like Dobbins. I really like.
I was about to say Dobbins would be the guy where I'm like, hey, let's just lock that down. I don't.
Past that,
like Judkins, man. I don't feel.
Yeah, Judkins in round 9 still doesn't bother me. Like I think his deal's getting done, and by like week 5 or 6, like Quinshon Judkins could be fine. I mean, it's risky, but I mean, look where we are in the draft. Like, would you rather have Scattaboo? I mean, what about Tank Bigsby? We never take him.
Nah. I don't even know if he's going to be on this team.
Here goes another.
Feels like the Jags are going to make a move with one of these backs. Maybe not. They could though. If they like LaQuinn
so
Allen.
Where does we have Mike Evans? Where does Baker normally go in these? Like, is he falling right now? I feel like he's usually gone. I could be wrong.
Dude, Mahomes is still on the board.
Nah, he's picked 90. I know, but we have Mike Evans.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, I think the Kelsey team is probably going to take Mahomes.
Fall a little bit, but
where's the Worthy and Worthy and Rice passed on him.
Well, the Worthy team's got Lamar, but the Rice team.
Hawkinson's still freaking available.
I know.
He's going to have a 6 start to the season. That is for sure. Dobbins would be freaking awesome.
Dobbins just went, man. Are you sure you're not speaking straight like through some speaker to these people?
Oh my God. I'm just like broadcasting on Twitter and don't even realize it.
There goes Mahomes.
We've talked about being willing to get Stevenson when that's hilarious.
But we have Trevion.
Yeah, but we have Trevion.
So if we were taking a running back here, I feel like it.
I'd rather do your Tyler Warren shenanigans than take Judkins.
Man. I want Cooper Kupp or Jawan Jennings. I would take Tyler Warren.
Jennings and Kupp would be nice, dude. Oh my God.
God, yeah, you're literally broadcasting straight to the room.
This has happened like 5 times in the last round. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we're not getting last couple drafts, guys. We've had several instances where it's like, oh, I cannot believe we got this guy to fall back to us. Not today. Which is
Shakir's supposed to be on track for week 1. Like, I like him.
That's true. Josh Downs too, man. Josh Downs. That would be the pushback, I guess, for Tyler Warren is that as I hear you on everything about him potentially leading the team in targets and all this, that could be Downs though. They're going to be in similar areas of the field. We just saw Daniel Jones help freaking make Wandale. Like,
but I'd much rather take the healthy guy, the guy I know is fully healthy.
Josh Downs is supposed to be good for week 1 though. To be fair,
I know
he was a little banged up last year. Yeah, he's a dog. All those Colts wide receivers.
I like him. He goes later than Warren though, so it's like the other nice thing of having Warren. If we take him, it's a complete snap off of these other people that are waiting.
Yeah. Oh my God, Keon.
I was about to say if you want to do Keon, we could. I was just about to tell you. I didn't want to say it out loud because I knew you would say it out loud then.
I thought he'd be falling a little bit more than that. Over Shakir, damn. Oh, great. The drafter that we think is the least sharp guy takes Keon. I'm feeling really good about my guy now. But then again, we've already said he's going to win the league, so it's all good.
Yeah, you're such an asshole, man.
I know.
It's
just
hard.
Do it, Heisenberg. We all know what he's going to do.
Yeah, he took
Just
Dwain
freaking
Jennings.
do it.
He took.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ!
Can't believe that just happened. All right, Dwain. Shakur and Downs are very similar players. I think Downs is slightly more talented, but Josh Allen is like maybe 1 million, 2 million times better than Daniel Jones.
Well, yeah, and plus, if we take Shakur, we get to take Tyler Warren.
That's fine. We can take Tyler Warren.
All right, so we'll take Shakur for sure. The other option is stacking Baker here. They're about to all take a quarterback. But I'm also fine. I'm fine waiting on quarterback as well. So,
okay, so we're taking Shakur.
Yep. And I think the pick's Tyler Warren, but that's just me.
I'm cool. Honestly, I have Baker higher, man, but I'm fine tacking on a player and hopefully getting Caleb in round 10, 11. It's not a given we'll get him. People are going to start taking him, but go for it. And now we're done at tight end.
Cool.
Unless things get wild.
We've sat there and been like, man, that guy took 2 tight ends. What's he thinking?
Now it's us. Hey, Dwain wanted some Tyler Warren. He wanted some Travion Henderson. Look who we got, Dwain. If you just would have known that. You would have known
what I want?
We got Travion and Tyler Warren.
I just want talented players, man.
Right. Everyone's good in our team. Maybe Rome. We'll see.
Yeah, we just did that over Hawkinson, which is maybe a stretch.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Hawkinson's living off of 8 games with no Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, literally every pick we said we wanted, it went Dobbins, Kupp, Dwain Jennings, all went off the board.
Yeah, seriously.
This is a good draft. These people are drafting good, so you got to do something a little more unorthodox.
All good. I think team's looking fine. I feel better about our other ones, sure. But, we were getting some really nice value falling. So Evans at the end of round 4 is nice.
Yes.
Because he and Chase could legit, I get it. We have Evans ranked where he is. He has his age, and Godwin will be back eventually. But, first month in the year, man, Chase and Evans could both be top 5 guys. That could happen.
Yep.
We need him to still be playing well in December. I understand that's how fantasy football works. But we got some upside at wide receiver. And T-Mac, Rome, and Shakur that we fall out the flexes. So 2 young, ascending rookie RBs who hopefully
we are going to have to eventually take running backs.
Yeah, maybe. Let's just roll with Hampton and Henderson. We don't need any more.
We'll get it's there. Like I wish the guy that took Dobbins would have taken Stevenson. I know.
I really wanted Dobbins there. That's a pretty good team. CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, James Cook, Jalen Hurts, Marv Flowers, Addison, then Dobbins.
That's the one that's Ronald Stewart. Ronald. Yep.
So, yeah, I do think Dobbins is going to have a nice role. That said, could just be RJ Harvey. We could also be sitting there Sunday night and it's like, oh, they're still giving Jaleel and or Estime 30% of this backfield. And that's going to screw Dobbins way more than Harvey.
This draft is going to set a record for time. And we can't say anything. We've also been taking our time on our picks tonight. When you're on the turn, it's like we're talking through them.
Yeah, we're trying to talk through them for the folks out there. Appreciate you guys listening. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. If not, I get it. You got shit to do. There goes TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, whatever. Round 9. Like and subscribe. That's not hard. Come on, man.
If you like the video, then like the video.
Yeah.
I stole that from a MMA page I really like. So if someone wants to call me out on it, that's fine. I'll give him a shout out though.
If you like the video, like the video. I mean,
ITP MMA, freaking hilarious. If you like the video, then like the video. Bayshall Tootin, mid round 9, ahead of Mr. Bigsby.
Yeah, this is an underdog draft. These.
I was about to say, I wish we would have just had this room, our first draft we did over here.
Yeah.
We were saying before, like, yeah, we're starting to figure out this real-time sports streets, and they throw a little curveball at us.
Well, we forced it. We definitely forced it at tight end, and now somebody's going to get left out. So,
yeah, only Chris Godwin has gone since we took Tyler Warren. So, still a chance we could get. I mean, there's definitely the tier of wide receivers we have left. I'm going to list them at the risk of every single one of them being drafted as soon as I say their names. Jaden Reed, Khalil Shakur, Josh Downs.
Jaden Reed just went.
Oh, my God.
We have Shakur, so.
Shakur, yeah, cool. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Ayuk, Marvin Mims, Darnell Mooney. So, what is going on with Mooney, dude? I feel like he could be. I got him, Dwain. I did a BBM today. I got Mooney at pick 145, 40 picks past ADP.
Yeah, he falls.
Like, he might miss the first week. Maybe it could be worse. I get it. There is a weird, I don't know. I feel like their coach just kind of was like, yeah, like, we'll get him back. And people are interpreting it as like it's the end of the world.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield comes back down here. I think him or Caleb. We've got Rome Odunze on the team. So I wouldn't mind having one of those quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
And Trey Benson. Man, the running backs.
All good. We'll get some.
Our running backs are going to look really bad.
Whatever. We got 2 sick ones.
We have 2 sick ones. Yes, and we're playing. We're saying that we're flexing wide receiver or tight end. Someone just took Jake Ferguson. So,
well, we definitely weren't going to get Tyler Warren coming back. So,
no. Here's what I'll say: when you get to this range of the wide receivers, there's a chance. Like, you do get to a point where I do believe that Tyler Warren has a chance to outscore the guys that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Now, if you make the argument that we could have taken, one of those running backs, and if you hit on them, obviously, like if they become the lone starter for their team or something, then they are worth more. Like, I would have been willing to take Judkins in round 9, but I know you're not feeling it. We've done it once before. I actually think he's kind of a nice third running back. And I think there's a real chance that it's one of those things we look back and go, man, that was nice. Yeah, it sucked the first 3 or 4 weeks of the year, but man, like, we have a guy that we can start any week.
Yeah. Again, if it was at least in the Rashee Rice situation, I get it's why Rice is going earlier, but at least with that, we're like, all right, well, he's going to be a wide receiver 1 when he's out there. I mean, Judkins could be.
But for where we're going, Judkins is probably the starter for his team when he's healthy and
maybe
in shape and ready to go.
What if Samson's freaking having a great September?
Don't get me wrong. I love Samson. I do.
I know you do. That's my point.
But at the same time, they took Judkins at the top of round 2. He was a good prospect. So, yeah.
I know it's the Browns, so like you can't assume rational thinking and stuff. This dude hasn't been on the team with these guys all freaking August and September. He's just going to waltz in October and be like, my backfield.
Yeah, I think there's a chance, yeah.
There is a chance. It's the Browns. Who the hell knows? But
I just think where he's going, dude. Look at the rest of the guys that just went. Braylon Allen, Javonte Williams, Bayshall Tootin, Trey Benson. I think Quinshon Judkins is legit a better pick than all of those. And probably should go a little earlier than them.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman gone.
There are some players that I still like, but I'm not trying to get them drafted.
Yeah, you shut your mouth when you're talking about it.
I mean, I should start. There goes Rashad White. I should just do the opposite. Man, if only Roman Wilson's still there for us, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Give me some Diami Brown. All right. Hopefully, let's see.
All right, whatever. If they take them, they take them. We got to talk.
Yeah.
So I really like
Mark's
Tajay
enough.
Spears. I know he got hurt, but that's why we're getting this discount on him. Like, he does all the things that we want. We need a running back with this pick, with one of these two picks. I'm also not against oh my God, really? Come on, dude.
I think this dude just keeps sniping the other guy.
Yeah, he has Mahomes and Caleb Williams. And so
I know,
Caleb
and the
Williams
guy next to him has Kelsey and DJ Moore. I thought he was going to take Caleb.
Yeah, so whatever. And there goes Spears. So yeah, I should just shut up.
Look what you've done. Look what you've done, Dwayne.
Look what you did, you little jerk. Okay. Mondre's the cuff, but Mondre is the best value on the board at running back. Tyler Algier is the best, and Isaac Garendo are the two best remaining handcuffs.
I see Mixon went well before. Need for Shaheed still out there.
I know. I think we need a running back, maybe two.
There goes Minnie finally. No QB.
I think it's May if we take a QB.
Do we push it?
I think we do. I don't think this room is going to go double quarterback like the ones we've seen. I think the guy that was going to do it did it.
Yeah.
The way these people are drafting is not the same. I don't think they're all going to take two. I think if you want Drake May, you have to do it right now, or you're not getting him. But if
why
you're
not
fine,
Austin? Why is Austin Eckler so far down for you?
I mean, he's fine if you want him. I don't think he's going to be the starter. I think he's going to be in his same role.
You don't think he could be like Jalen Warren, but on a good offense? I don't think Bill or Chris Rodriguez are taking away targets.
He's fine. I mean, we have to take a running back. I really don't like any of them. I think we should probably take two running backs, unless you want to get Drake May.
I'm cool pushing QB. I agree with you. And even if we don't get May, like, I'd be very surprised if freaking 10 quarterbacks go. Could happen.
So what about Sampson? If we're out on Judkins, that means we're in on Sampson.
I'm cool with that. Sampson and Eckler.
All right. So Sampson.
I was looking at Sampson.
And Eckler.
All right. Those are guys where I do think if an injury strikes, they can ramp it up. Eckler's not going to be a 20-plus carry per game guy. He's never been that guy. That's fine. But last year with no B-Rob, man, he was a 70% plus snap guy. I mean,
I just think the whole dynamic's different now. I think now essentially the signal that has been sent to us by the Commanders is they're going to probably be a 3 running back system instead of a 2. And now, if one of those guys got hurt, I mean, I could see a thing where Bill sucks or, Chris Rodriguez is. People are overthinking this Chris Rodriguez thing. It's just driving me insane. But I think they are going to run 3 backs. And if they don't, I think it's because they want to give Bill a bunch of carries, not Eckler. I don't think, and I could be wrong. I've moved Eckler up the rank some. These.
I just think Eckler could still be this 12 carry, 5 target per game guy. And Washington's offense, that can be nice.
Yeah, I think it's fine for where we took it. Mondre was the only reason we didn't take Mondre is he's our cuff. And this guy next to us just took him. He's like, you guys are a bunch of ding dongs. Yeah, you're right. We are. Maybe we should have just taken our cuff and one of the other guys.
Yeah. We can take Najee later and it'll be the same thing. If he's going to play football. Arg, matey.
Yeah, how you feeling about taking Caleb Williams now and doubling up, dude? Nobody took a quarterback after you. You're not scaring anybody. At least when we took our tight end, everybody else took a tight end. Read the room.
Right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We at least helped push 5 tight ends to the next.
I'm jacking around. There's the second place team. We've talked bad about 2 teams, so we know who's finishing first and second. We got to shut up so we can at least squeeze in the third place.
Oh my goodness. What was the latest on Najee? Jim Harbaugh on whether Najee will begin the season on NFI. When Najee is ready to play, Najee will be ready to play. Right now, to take it past the day would be going over the legal limit. That would take you over the legal limit of what ifs. Thank you, Jim.
That's what he really said?
Yes. It was from Daniel Popper. I thought it might be like a fake quote for a second.
There goes Dak. To the CeeDee Lamb drafter? Nope.
Just getting some Dak. You've cooled on Dak.
No, I like Dak. We just wait. We're waiting, and so I haven't. I'm not necessarily against Dak. I got him QB 14. You've moved him ahead of me, but I'm still ahead of industry consensus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 quarterbacks until the tier break and super flex. I'm in round 4, and there are exactly, if everyone who needs a quarterback decided to take it, it would be exactly 11. I think I'm going to push it, and I could be screwed. But heroes get remembered.
The industry experts one?
It's with a bunch of those. It's like ex-Roto-World dudes.
Yeah, I saw somebody post a board today.
Hayden was shouting it out.
I didn't see his. I saw somebody else's.
I don't have a wide receiver.
I think it was Sam. Can't remember who. Sam Sherman might have retweeted something about it. I saw.
I know no one cares, so I apologize. But or I could take Travion. Jeez. Decisions. You can go Mike Evans. Getting Pat on the pod tomorrow. That'll always be a fun time. And then Dwain, we're both going on the NBC draft thing. And
then tomorrow I'll have JJ Zachariason on.
Nice.
We're going to be talking how to build a winning fantasy football strategy. So we'll kind of talk about like all the factors JJ puts into it versus the factors I put into it, and we'll just kind of hash it out. So that'll post. We got to record later in the day, so it'll post probably around 6 or 7 tomorrow night.
Hell yeah.
Talk data to me. Yeah, you get JJ on. Like,
all right. So the theme song slaps. The theme song slaps, but I thought they were going to do like the Poison.
I thought they were too. But now, once I heard that one, I was like, well, we'll roll with it. You don't want to suppress an artist like Elias and Jake. You got to let them do their thing, man. I mean, I know this as not an artist. I have to get the guitar out in a minute. You know what I mean? Might be one of those shows, Ian.
Don't worry about this team. Let's just play some guitar.
Oh, I'm hyper focused. I can draft. I can draft and play guitar.
I wouldn't put it past you.
You'll be graying everything out.
Justin Fields. Oh, there's another double tap. Baker and Justin Fields.
Whatever.
Do it. See if I care.
I mean, I don't really want, I shouldn't say that. Like Justin Fields is, even if he's terrible, is probably going to finish as a top 10 quarterback. I mean, and I've written about that. You've written about that. There goes Shaheed. I knew he wasn't coming back, but I was like, if he does, like,
would have been hot.
Yeah. So looking back, what's funny is I don't regret the Warren pick because I think the only pick I would have really wanted to do there would have been Judkins, and you wouldn't have been comfortable with it. So I'm fine.
Yeah.
All the tight ends went after that. The receivers that have gone after that, I think Tyler Warren actually profiles similarly to like most of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that they might, we don't know for sure how these things are going to work out. But I mean, Tyler Warren could have 1,000-yard season as easily as most of the receivers that have gone. So it's, yeah. I don't feel too bad about making that pick because I was wondering if when we made it, if it would be one of those things we regretted later. Like looking back, knowing that we got Warren in round 9, like we probably should have taken another receiver when we took Sam Laporta, like an Addison, Jacoby Myers, another Olave. We talked about all those guys, Cooper Kupp. They all went before it got back to us.
Yeah, but even getting Shakur, we could have gone Jennings as well at that point. Like,
well, Jennings went, right in front of us.
Okay, we already had. That's true, actually.
The guy
like
in the 2 spot, he got us with Kittle, and no wrong, that was an obvious one.
Yeah.
But we had just talked about Matthew Golden. That wasn't necessarily obvious. And then we had just talked about Juwan Jennings, and he got us.
I'm fine with the picks that we ended up making. It was just
another double tap. So I was wrong about the non-double taps in this room.
No, but
father.
That's okay, man. Look, I would like Drake May. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I don't think we're going to see 8 fly off the board here. Could be wrong. Famous last words. But no, man, I think it's just been a good room where they've been getting a lot of guys that I wish would have fallen a few more picks. I mean, the only one that I was like really dying over was should we double tap RB or get Brock Bowers? And I don't know. I'm looking at it now. I don't think there would have been another point we would have felt good about taking an RB2. Just kind of the way the board's breaking,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy we did what we did.
Yeah. Garendo being
gone round 12.
I really Garendo's back. He's practicing. Like I tell you what, man. Like talk about that's a really good handcuff.
Yeah.
Algier, if he makes it back, I think it's Algier and a quarterback. Damn it, there goes Purdy.
Purdy lame.
Well, we're setting up again for Walter White to take the one guy left in our tier again. Oh, everybody else has a quarterback, and so he's going to do it again.
I think Mahomes and Caleb team is just going to take Drake May too. Tack on a third.
I hope he does. Well,
man, even then, if we get T-Law, not ideal.
Double taps. The Josh Allen team, I guess they're just looking at it and they're like, okay, this is just too late for Kyler Murray, which is
I guess
probably right.
I mean, you're never like, how many weeks would Kyler have to outplay Josh Allen before you actually start Kyler?
You're never
Josh
playing
Allen?
him ever. The thing is with Tyler Warren, he could play in any of our flex spots, and there is a chance. Like it's Tyler Warren to Sam Laporta is way closer than Kyler Murray to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Essentially, you made a pure defensive move, which is screw you, dudes. You think you're getting Kyler. I'm not letting. Basically, he knew that his pick, that was probably a bird to us by taking Warren because he got stuck with Ferguson down there as his tight end one. He's probably like, all right, man. Well, goes around, comes around.
How you guys want to play the game?
Yeah, well, hat tip. Touche.
Okay, there are. Shipley's still a good handcuff.
Yes.
Algier obviously is right there. I hear you.
Yes.
Did we get an update on Jalen Wright?
I have not seen one. The last one I read was when I was out on my walk earlier, and there was not any news. Just helped off the field by trainers was the last I saw. I think I don't love it, but we're pretty comfortable that Dowdle is the number 2 right now in Carolina. If something happened to Chuba Hubbard, I can't tell you for sure how that's going to play out. Trevor Etienne probably gets some of the work, but I don't know. I mean,
could be Rico.
Yeah.
Trevor had a nice run tonight, but whatever. The more important thing is Rico is not playing, I don't think so.
Drake May will go right in front of us. The question is, do we feel like we need to take Trevor Lawrence or JJ McCarthy with one of these 2 picks, or do we wait again? I think we wait again.
Just really say F it.
I think we do.
At that point, yeah.
Do they all really want to take 2? I will say Lawrence is the one that has the Lawrence basically has the same profile as May.
Yeah.
I mean, they could both run for about 30 yards per game, and they could both throw for 4,200.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I would be if we didn't need running back so bad, I would be willing to click both quarterbacks here.
Yeah, we probably need a running back, though. I'm okay with just one of them. All right. What's this guy going to do this time?
He's taking Drake May.
There goes Jalen. Najee off the board before.
Oh. The thing with Lawrence is if you take Drake May here, you might get Lawrence back. So you take. So do we take Algier? Like he's. Yeah. See, dude, I know your picks. I'm in your freaking head all day. All right. So Tyler Algier. Yes.
Fuck.
What?
I wanted Drake May.
I know, but you knew he was doing that.
Doesn't make it any less good, Dwain, or shitty or whatever.
Well, he's had it work out perfectly.
Life is.
He's living in the perfect draft spot tonight, literally. Like, it doesn't get any better. He's getting the end of every tier. Like, I'm not saying he's not drafting good. He's knowing what to do, but, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So we're taking Algier?
Algier and
Trevor.
Shipley or Dowdle.
I think we take Trevor Lawrence. Because we're going to want, here's the thing, we're going to want 2 quarterbacks at least, and we need to take one of them now. I took Algier. Brandon Ayuk is also available.
That's okay.
I think we take Trevor Lawrence here, man. He's the same. I get it. You don't want
everyone has a quarterback.
I get it, but they've been taken to. Him and McCarthy are the last 2 that could run for 30 yards per game and throw for 4,000.
Herbert could too, bro. Your Justin Herbert slander is not cool.
No, I mean Herbert's a step below it, but I'm not saying Herbert's bad, but.
Trevor Lawrence, come on down. Oh, my God. These snipes have hurt, Dwain. They've hurt.
Yeah, but do they hurt that bad when you see them coming?
Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah, you wish you were drafting from the 2-hole.
Oh, yeah, I do. Through 13 rounds, we got our quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. Not the one we wanted, but that's neither here nor there. Running back room, Amari Hampton, round 2. Trayvon Henderson, round 3. Rounds 10 through 12, we got Dylan Sampson, Austin Eckler, and Tyler Algier. Started off with, the best wide receiver 1. You cannot take that away from us. Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, afterwards in round 4. Tedero McMillan, round 5. Roma Dunze, round 6. Khalil Shakur, round 8. And we do have a very strong tight end room in Sam Laporta and Tyler Warren. So, Dwayne, we've had a few picks. Not necessarily, again, we've gone through. I wouldn't do anything different necessarily with our picks, but man, would have been a lot cooler if Heisenberg wasn't over here trying to take everything from us.
No, he's doing a good job, but
yeah,
it's and again, I am not trying to take anything away from this man at all. They have all been obvious tier break picks. Like it's the last guy there. Like it's so obvious. Like George Kittle, the Matthew Golden one wasn't. But the Drake May and the George Kittle, those are just too easy. Those are the pains of drafting from the turn. Oh, wow. 2 kickers, Aubrey and Dicker. Let's do it. Let's go, people. And he took Ayuk, who I just talked about.
Yep, of course. Again, we're bugged right now. It's pretty clear. Cal Manunga. Is Roshan Johnson alive?
Not according to Kyle Manunga's sources.
Can Roshan hold up today's paper or something and take a picture?
There goes Shipley.
Mununga is still not practicing either. That's not good. Bro, if there really is a team to go get them some Brian Robinson, I don't see why it's not the Bears. Who else is out there? You don't want Jamal Williams. I know Brian Robinson isn't overly good, but I don't know. They got to bring Gus Edwards, Gus Bus. Bring Marshawn Lynch out of retirement. Why not? He's got to be bored of the photography gimmick already. I'm surprised that's even still a thing, honestly. Like, wouldn't you think that would be the job that you could just set up? We already do, basically. Like, just set up cameras and AI shit everywhere. Get that done.
Yeah.
Like, the fact there's still so many photographers on the sideline of every game. Good for them.
Tucker Kraft in round 13. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, that's wild. That's one of the best value picks probably of the day.
Yeah. So the guy that has Kincaid, I mean, if I have Kincaid, I get to if I get number one, I'm taking Kraft ahead of Kincaid.
I was about to say we wouldn't have Kincaid in the first place.
But I mean, number two, like if I did draft Kincaid in round 10, like I probably wouldn't have been able to even hold off on Tucker Kraft until round 13. Like I probably would have taken him immediately in round 11.
That dude took Olave and Shaheed. Godspeed, my friend.
Yeah, see, I don't want to do that. Like that's a bet I'm not really interested in. Now I've done it some in best ball. Just because you're like, oh, if I get this one thing right, that's not necessarily the game I'm trying to play over here.
I can do it in best ball.
So, I mean, our starters are Omarion Hampton and Trevion Henderson at running back.
Mm-hmm.
At wide receiver, it's Jamar Chase and Mike Evans. In the flex, it's Tet McMillan, and we have a major question, right, with Rome Odunze versus Khalil Shakir versus probably Tyler Warren.
You'd like to think Rome, if this team's gonna be worth a damn, you'd like to think Rome is that guy.
No, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
But it's a question.
It is.
So it's a team that has some upside, but right now, like our number 4 starter is very questionable. Honestly, it makes me even more happy that we drafted Tyler Warren. Because Tyler Warren can battle for that role.
Yeah. I would need another quarterback here, most likely.
Yeah, and a running back.
Rico would be nice. I mean, Heisenberg's going to take him.
Yeah.
But you could imagine.
Yeah, and if you take Rico, it doesn't even necessarily mean you don't get ETN later. Like ETN looked good tonight. Obviously, it's just a preseason game, but I don't know. I've kind of shot away from Dowdle. I've gotten him a little bit lately just to make sure. But
he's a war daddy.
Justin Herbert. I don't even know what a war daddy is still. You've told me and I've already forgot.
Nobody knows what it means. But it's provocative.
Cedric Tillman. Torrey Horton. Josh Palmer.
What do people think Josh Palmer is? Because again, I could be completely wrong. Keon Coleman, that's fine. But like some of Josh Palmer's there.
Yeah,
I just don't quite get it, man.
Josh Palmer's already had multiple chances to be playing with a good quarterback on a team that needed him to step up and be more than he was, and he wasn't. So I'm pretty skeptical.
Yeah. Like he's fine. But,
yeah, he's fine. Man. He's playing with Josh Allen. He is changing teams. So I mean, a shakeup like that, there's always a potential like something breaks loose for you. I really want JJ McCarthy here. I know I shouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah, thanks, Dwain. There goes Rico.
Yeah, he was just sitting there. But we've got Blake Corum, Damian Pierce, Kendra Miller, Keaton Mitchell. I don't think we should be shy about just taking those guys. There's no time that's too early for them.
I agree. I kind of think Dan Pierce.
Here goes Keaton. I mean, they are tapping away at him. Tap, tap, taparoo.
I mean, Dame Pierce, from what last time we heard, he was splitting with Chubb.
Yes. Yeah. And Kendra Miller's the 2 in New Orleans.
For whatever that is worth.
So Jason Bell is the traditional drafter that's in this room. Okay, sweet. So we get McCarthy and Pierce.
Oh my God, it's a miracle. We're getting the guys we want? Yeah, McCarthy and Pierce. Let's go. Boys are back.
I'm going to speed this up. Let's try to change the speed of this draft a little bit here. It is
Papa needs some wine after this.
You should pop some wine now. There goes Stroud.
Not a bad idea. Okay, hey, between McCarthy and T-Law, man, that's nice.
I feel good.
McCarthy. Yeah.
I feel good. We might throw in a little Jackson Dart later. Don't know. Might put on the hits.
A couple more good throws from Dart, Thing is, we just it is worth remembering all the other guys who have had good preseasons. Zach Wilson was looking pretty good,
Oh, I know. But Dart, it's all about the dual threat profile. The guy that could come in and run for 35, 40 yards. And then if he is something as a passer, then you're like, oh my God. I wonder people probably get so sick of hearing me talk about fantasy this way. Like, I think a lot of people like it, but I'm sure some people go nuts about it. But
I mean, I'm sure
much of this game comes down to variance, and it's do you have the tools in the toolkit to unlock multiple areas of spiking and variance? That's really like running backs that catch passes, quarterbacks that can run, and not all of them can be on the level of Josh Allen. There's levels of them,
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're a guy that can run for 25 yards per game, normally, then like you could put up a season where you run for 35 yards per game, right? And I mean, that may not sound like a lot, but that's 600 rushing yards. And when you run for 600 yards on the ground, you're going to run most of the time for like 5 touchdowns.
Unless you're Caleb.
And Trevor, unless you're Caleb, which is why we like him. He's going to improve as far as fantasy scoring. Caleb's the opposite of Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is going to regress probably in every category this year.
Yeah.
And Caleb's going to go the opposite direction. The problem with Caleb is we don't know for sure still like that he's good. Like we think he is. He was the first pick, but doesn't always guarantee everything. Look at our guy, Trevor Lawrence. He still has never lived up to that billing. But the thing with Trevor Lawrence is also this. Last year he got hurt, but the 2 years before that, he was the QB 12 and QB 8 already. And we didn't even like him. We thought he wasn't even a good player in those years. So if he suddenly does unlock a good season, like in this new scheme, when you add, Travis Hunter, Travis Taylor, that's an old Gators receiver, man. Where did that come from?
Gator bait.
There goes Dante Thornton Jr.
And it wasn't like he was in this offense. They got a lot out of Evan Ingram. That's cool. Christian Kirk had a couple good seasons. The Ridley year, I mean, again, that is still to this day one of just the wildest near miss 90-second highlights I've ever put together. Lowlights, probably a better term for it.
Who the other day? Somebody the other day was saying, I want to be a film bro and say Trevor Lawrence is good, but I just don't get it. I can't remember who it was. It's a film person. And I thought about
I don't know. I have no idea if it was him, to be fair.
It was, but I have no clue who it was. All I know is I've seen your cut up. Like, how did those not turn into touchdowns?
I'm trying to find it. I don't know.
Might have been Hayden. Might have been something Hayden's. I can't. I
I
don't
think
know.
he said he was like
I'm trying to think of the
fucking
people
more.
that watched the film, that grind it. So
That's what gets me going though with some of these OCs, man. Like it's just you just watch film and yeah, a play action hits and you're like, all right, wow, what a play call. It worked. That's how I feel like we react to these play callers sometimes. I saw a Bears beat reporter like, look at this play action call. It's like, yeah, man. Ben Johnson, first guy to ever call play action
I
post, I
saw.
guess, you know. And
Uh,
I know we've talked about it, sequencing. I fully understand there are better play callers, but it's one again, man. It's kind of like this shit I talk about with like Christian McCaffrey is more injury prone than Bijan Robinson, but it's not 10 out of 10 versus 0 out of 10. Like that's how I feel with the play callers. And
yeah, I think
maybe I'm wrong.
I think the play callers, there's definitely a difference. I think certain guys just have a feel for it. I think most people that are coaches in the NFL may have made it to the level that they're at, whether people want to believe it or not, are actually pretty smart human beings. Like, so I think they're all smart. I don't know that all of them know how to manage a locker room though, and handle player relationships as another level on that. And then to keep morale high, and then not just know how to put together an offense, but to know how to sequence it, how to think on the fly in a game, how to make adjustments. Like there's really so many things that need to happen. My guess is it's kind of like an elite wide receiver. There's only so many of them. Now, do we know how to spot them always? No, but I think we know who some of them are. Like, but it takes multiple years to know. Like we know Sean McVay's one because we've seen what he can do with some of these wide receivers. We know that, Kyle Shanahan's one because we've seen how well he's willing to cater an offense and design like easy looks for a guy like Deebo Samuel, where a lot of coaches wouldn't have done that for Deebo. No, now who knows? Maybe Deebo, had he gone on a different system, would have just been a good wide receiver no matter where he landed. Like we really don't know the answer to that. Like, and if you think you do, you're full of shit because we never got to see it. Now my gut says probably not, or they would have used him more that way. But at the same time, they had Brandon Ayuk and these other guys. So I'm with you. So here's what I will say. I do think that people overestimate their ability to know who the good play callers are. But I do think that there are good play callers that exist. But it may take a minute before we really know who they are. It's not like you're going to, in a good example, you're probably like leaning into here is the Liam Cohen thing. Like we don't know. Did Liam Cohen just have a good year because he had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and, Baker was just feeling it? Or did he really unlock something else for that offense? We don't know.
And he has the McVay. He's in that tree and everything. But like, is Liam Cohen a 10 out of 10 and Zach Robinson's a 0 out of 10? I just, we don't.
It's hard to know. We don't know.
We only consider them with certain offenses. And like, I'm looking at it right now, dude. Like, what do we say? The easy button cheat codes. All right. Play action, motion, and shifting. Who are the best teams continuously in this? Yep. Dolphins, Rams, Lions, Vikings. Last year, the Buccaneers were next to the freaking Bears, man. They were next to the Cowboys. And they still had a great offense and everything. But like, we watched those games. Were you watching Bucky Irving break 6 tackles and reversing field going, my God, what a run call by Liam Cohen?
No, I know what you're saying. And I think there's legitimacy to what you're saying. And we're not saying that Liam Cohen is not a good play caller, but it's TBD. Okay, so I've got Kendre Miller, Blake Corum, and Isaac Tesla. I think Rashad Bateman did go. Thank God, or Ian would have left. We have to have this conversation.
Oh my God. You are just. Why are touchdowns not a skill?
They are a thing to me, but he had an outlier season in touchdowns and everything he did.
He's been hurt every other year. Okay. It's like freaking Jameson Williams.
Targets, so it's like fine. He had all he did was have a touchdown spike year and a badass offense that everybody was running wide the F open. So, which you've already made the point to me about on Zay Flowers, so you can't refute it.
Last year was literally the first year.
Why do you like Zay Flowers? He just plays in an offense where everybody's running around wide open. And then I'm thinking in my head, this guy likes Rashad Bateman.
All right, let's focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, exactly.
That's neither here nor there. Don't have time for your shenanigans right now. I think we need two more RBs. We're done at quarterback. We're done at tight end. We can get another. Isaac Tesla is cool. Tesla. He's cool. I get it.
I'm
There's only
fine.
so
I'm
many
fine
more
taking 2
RBs.
running backs.
Corum and Kendre?
I really do like Tesla though, because I like his offense.
We can take Tesla.
I think he's going to be a
Why am I
starter.
trying to be lame? I'm fine with that.
I'm trying to throw like the guys I like over there. There are names.
We should take Corum for sure. That's who. Oh, and there goes Kendre. Fine, take him, Heisenberg. Let's go Corum. I'm cool with Tesla. Is there another running back just screaming out to you? I don't see one.
No, he took him.
And I wasn't even that. That's why I was like,
yeah,
I get it with
was
Kendre,
the one that, yeah. So I think it's Tesla or Io Manor.
Let's go Tesla. He should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Lions versus Titans. Okay. Hey.
I'm going to put Roman Wilson, and then I'm going to put Troy Franklin over here.
Nice. Yeah, that was a pixel.
Io Manor, Wilson, and Franklin are kind of the wide receivers. We do need probably another. I don't know, man. The running backs are pretty gross. Brashard Smith went, so I'll mark him off. Jerome Ford went like 10 years ago. I don't.
Pat Bryant, round 16s, some nice value. To Scout Nuts.
Scout Nuts. They are nutty about scouting, guys. They love it.
Hell yeah.
They like Pat Bryant. They like Kyle Williams. They like Ricky Pearsall. They like Rashee Rice, and they like Garrett Wilson. Oh, Heisenberg with a defense, Ian.
He picked a good one. Mm-hmm. Nice little secondary improvements in Minnesota. I'm down to take hopefully the Niners at the next turn. And then maybe just take one last running back. We don't have to take them at the turn. We can wait until round 20 if we want. But Niners defense is set up well, man. Let me see their depth chart. They still got some secondary questions, but they've at least, I feel like, gotten a little bit younger. It's just, you got Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Solid, dude. Had the Jets balling. I mean, that was ridiculous that they tried to blame this on him. There's something weird going on with him and Rodgers.
I have not seen Jalen Tolbert drafted. I'm not even going to look for him because it won't matter. We would never take him. I'm not even going to. One of my buddies, first time I ever drafted in a fantasy draft, and it was a long time ago, guys. But I have a buddy named Dave, and his comment would be when someone would take someone that like was a bad pick or that he thought was a bad pick, he'd go, who'd you take? And they'd say, and they're like kind of looking at him. He's like, no, I want to write his name down so I can mark him off my list. I don't know who he is. And he would just say it with like a deadpan face. And I was like, man, that's the best, like backhanded, like, I'm going to write him down so I can mark him off. Oh.
Sheesh. I was surprised, I will say, like looking back, Jalen Tolbert scored 7 touchdowns and had 600 yards last year.
Yeah.
Just constant, he had 98-yard week 18, as many are known to do. Had the game winner against the Steelers. That was a fun time. I think if there is a wild card in Dallas, I think it's Turpin. I don't know if they're going to give him a full-time role, but the way they were starting,
I think they're going to share. I think those two, the problem is going to be those two dudes are going to share.
But they use, this backfield is so dire, man. They've already used him last year. He's getting run this year. If they wanted to, like, just make Turpin like freaking, who is that space back they have with Romo? Lance Dunbar, bro. Like, why can't Turpin be him? Is he even that much smaller? Yeah, he probably is.
He's pretty small.
Like, he's literally, remember when Vita Vea picked him up and it was like, Jesus.
Oh, yes, I do.
Lance Dunbar is a small guy too. But man, Terp is legit nicey with it though, man. Like he's one of those gadgets. He's got some Khalif Raymond, Rashid Shaheed to him, man.
Yeah.
Sick returner, and he's gadgety, but he's only gadgety because of the size. Like you can see him routing dudes up, and he's literally the next gen stats fastest guy in the NFL. Horn Frog.
Yeah, I think he'll play 30-40%, of the snaps.
Round 18, everybody. We appreciate hanging out as always. Defenses off the board. Vikings, Broncos, Ravens, Steelers, Bills. Again, for all you guys trying to get that DST out here, I would recommend Niners first and foremost. We got them to fall to us late in the other draft, and I was surprised. So maybe they can just be the feature. I thought they were going to be a group that, again, was just gone earlier than we were going to want. But, man, their schedule is just Seahawks, Saints, Cardinals, Jags. Rams, not great. Bucks, not great. Falcons, Texans, Giants. I mean, it's pretty good. And, again, they have Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. They actually got some guys. Otherwise, it is going to be New England Patriots, Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers. Bills, not good. Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons.
Yeah.
And then the break glass in case of emergency, the Arizona Cardinals. They could make a little leap. This is Gannon's third year with them. They got Calais. They added Calais Campbell, Dalvin Tomlinson to the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat, Will Johnson, in some people's minds, was a top 5 talent. He fell to round 2 because of his knee. And that dude's a gambling corner, man. Like, he jumps routes. So if you were looking for a defense that could get some playmakers, getting some pick sixes, I could see that going on. Oh, I bet that Loveland team wanted Ertz. He would have been good. Darren Waller. I can't believe that's a thing. Honestly, like, that's another red flag about the Dolphins. You added Darren Waller. You couldn't just pay Jonnu a little bit more?
I know. It is bad.
What does Waller do for him?
He's going to rap.
Locker room rapper. He turns 33 on September 13th. My God. And we're pretending like he can stay healthy, too. That's the other part of the equation. Waller is good. Don't get me wrong. I thought Jonnu like fit that perfectly. We saw it last year. That offense, man, I think they were 4th in the EPA when Tua was back during the second half. It wasn't as lethal. He lower ADOT, higher completion rate, didn't have the same level of explosives like we all saw with Tyreek and Waddle. But if they could have I would like to think there's a world where the O-line's a little bit better, Tua's not playing as scared, and like Achane and Jonnu underneath while Tyreek and Waddle are pushing everyone back. I mean,
yeah, dude.
I thought they could have had something there.
It's a little bit to handle.
Yeah. Okay, well, these running backs are a dumpster fire. Is Roshan available?
Probably. He hasn't held up a newspaper yet and shown that he's alive.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Jordan James back from breaking his hand or whatever the hell he did?
I haven't seen that he is.
God, looking up guys like this is where I need to use Perplexity or whatever. You know, I needed Perplexity for Dwain was when freaking I was looking up Chris Evans, Bengals running back Chris Evans, and you just get freaking 1,000 tweets about that actor guy.
Yeah. And Chris Evans was like a popular thing.
Yeah, dude. He had like, I think he was one of those former 5 stars, the Zach Evans thing going on. He had like, he could catch and he was big. I thought he was going to be the mix and handcuff.
Do you have a kicker you like to save yourself since you're the guy that has to pick up all these kickers for us because you've
No, I did the research for someone else to do it. Friedman did it. Friedman did the research. Hold on.
So Friedman has to pick up all of our kickers for us?
Because so many leagues Friedman's in this year to set his lineup in.
All right. So we're taking the 49ers, and do you want Io Manor or Troy Franklin?
I say Troy Franklin.
Okay. All right. And there went Troy Franklin just went in front of you. You were literally piped into this guy's home. Now, look, I've said he's been at the bottom of the tier and he's made some easy picks. He snagged that one right out. And the Kendre Miller as well. Like he snagged those two. Like those were great snags. So it's obviously now Alec Io Manor, which is fine. We like them both. But yeah, Troy Franklin's been balling this preseason.
All this team needed was Troy Franklin. That's the difference.
All right. I sent you some pictures.
He took your guy at Conquo.
Oh, yeah. Dude, is he still there? No one's even taken him? And he took Chig. This guy's drafting off my list. Heisenberg. No,
we've been in rooms with him before.
I sent you some pictures over on Slack. I wanted to shout out my host from my draft last weekend. I don't know if you can pull them up and show them. These people are awesome, but Jason and Tina are their names. Jason, I went to high school with him. But his wife, dude, every year hooks us up. Spread. No one wants to be the next person to host because of all this food and everything she makes. And like, so, and we have two drafts back to back. We have two drafts, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Ooh. These are dynasty leagues. Yeah. And she does all this stuff. So massive shout out to Tina and then Jason for hosting. They've got an awesome place. We stay and we play poker. Everybody hangs out. Anybody that wants to spend the night there so they don't have to drive and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to shout them out.
Themed, table place, mats.
So shout out team Tina. She's been to, so we used to host it over here, and like the last 3 or 4 years, we've not done it at our house. Look, Ian's zooming in.
God, look at this! The pretzels are chocolate covered with the football laces.
When I got over there on Sunday, she had made biscuits and gravy for all the guys that stayed the night.
Oh my God!
And homemade sausage patties that were excellent. Look at those poppers, jalapeno poppers.
God. I love jalapeno poppers.
Then you got the beans. There's rice right there. So right next to
you guys ever need
you got fajitas. We need another.
You guys ever have another?
We need another. If we need another manager, you're in.
Just for this, the league sounds cool.
Yeah, the league's pretty awesome.
Just chips.
So this was just one of the days. This was the Mexican food day. Then we had a barbecue brisket? Day as well. God, yeah, we had a day where it was okra, brisket, mac and cheese, chicken, turkey. She does it all, man. So
freaking
good.
Hungry now.
I know. So I had to shout out Jason and Tina. Awesome. Jason's also he's good at fantasy. He's a very good trader. This dude, yes. I don't know how he does it. He runs his own business. Like he's just good with stuff like this. I always think he's gotten himself into trouble and made his team too old or something. And the next thing you know, he makes another trade and he works his way out of it. And like last year, he trades for Jamar. He trades for these superstars in our league. Like people I don't even go ask for. I'm just kind of like over here doing my thing. I'm like, he'd be like, "Hey man, did you see my trade?" And I'm like, "No, who'd you get?" He's like, "Jamar Chase." I'm like, "Oh my God." I was like, "What did you give?"
Dude, I will say that is the one
last year.
That's like the one thing I've noticed, Dwain, being in this industry and having 25 teams and just one thing we can't do is trade. It's just,
we don't have time. I don't have the bandwidth.
I can't. I'm not going to make the time for it. So, and that's what I like about Dynasty though, man. Cause every year around the draft, I'm like, all right, let's freaking fire some shit up.
Yeah. Yeah. So big shout out to them, but I'm with you. I don't do much trading, but Jason does. A lot of my league mates do, and they always get on to me. They're like, "Make some trades." I'm like, I know, I'm tired. They're like, this is what you do for a job. It should be easy to trade. I know some people in this industry though, like I think Jacob Sanderson was one where I saw, like, I don't want to quote him, but I feel like maybe 70, 80 dynasty leagues he's in, and he trades all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So some
Kudos
people
to
do
him,
it.
man.
Some people manage to do it. Dude, did you read Love Hate?
Yeah, my God.
I didn't even know Matthew was doing that. Matthew Berry's last Love Hate article.
Yeah, I remember
You
last
guys
year
take a
he wrote a Love Hate, and I think he was just talking about the intros. He said it was like the intros are the part that kills him, but that's like, everyone freaking loves it because they're awesome.
Yeah,
So
they're killer intros. I could never write an
yeah.
intro like that.
So I think because I remember he did 1 week. I say it likely went. That was one guy. I was thinking that's great value in round 20. I know he's such a good like writer with those intros, but he went 1 week without the intro, and I think people were probably like, we miss it, we miss you, and I get it. So
Yeah, I sent him a text saying, "Hey, man, I respect not wanting to do a lesser version of it.
yeah,
When you've done it and you've set the bar that high for it for that long, and the intro is such a major part of what it is. Like I have a lot of respect for him just saying, I'm not going to half-ass it and do it. If he's not retiring or anything, guys. He's still going to be doing other stuff.
Yeah.
He's just not that he doesn't have time for that article now with everything else he's doing and with his family life. So you can go read it. It's really good though.
Yeah.
I thought it was very well done. So
Last pick, Dwain. Can we?
Yeah, do you want to
go
kick
out on a high note? Can we get
You wanna
Jalen freaking Coker on this squad?
Yeah, we can take Cokehead. We're getting really close though to having to just drop these players. They're gonna because the waiver wire run's coming. So I'm just saying,
Coker
if you want to save yourself some time, I like Tyler Loop. I like the Ravens kicker.
Okay, it's up to you, but I feel like Coker actually like they could trade Thielen.
Does anyone want Adam Thielen?
The Vikings. It makes all the sense in the world.
Well, if yeah, okay.
Because I mean, literally everyone else, and I say this knowing Heisenberg is going to pull his shit.
No, I want to give Heisenberg a mad shout out because I honestly not, and this could be completely wrong, but he made a ton of the picks we would have made.
Yeah,
at his spot.
Like every single one.
I gave him a hard time about. I mean, the Kittle and the May one those were easy, but the Matthew.
We were
Golden
talking about Kittle. We were talking about Golden.
Juwan Jennings.
We were talking about Juwan. He took Judkins right after we were talking about it.
Yes,
you wanted to. Same thing with Stevenson. He sniped us on May. We were talking about Ayuk. We were talking about Kendre. The Troy Franklin one hurt the most. I thought with everything going on in life and war and just poverty and disease, I just thought we could get round 18 Troy Franklin, Dwain, and we couldn't.
Yeah. You got Chico Pompo on top of that. A guy
so I just want round 20 Jalen Coker. That's all I want. And I can sleep good at night.
All right.
That's all I want. Please have mercy, Heisenberg.
If he takes this.
If he takes this, there will be no outro. I'm turning the stream off.
Okay. I'm kind of rooting for it now. He doesn't have a kicker, so he would really have to. Come on, Heisenberg, Jalen Coker, do it.
Just do it. I dare you.
Your telepathic powers.
I'm gonna leave my room.
Waiting. He's waiting. He can't be. If he had a kicker, he would be picking. He's thinking. He's got his hands like on his.
He's just waiting. He knows this is what we're about to do. He wants us to watch him. Oh my God.
Oh, he missed.
He did take a wide receiver. He took Tinsley.
All right, we'll take Coker. And
what a draft, man. We got Jalen Coker, round 20.
Here we go. Cokeheads unite.
Cokeheads unite.
Let's run through this thing.
Quarterback, Trevor Lawrence and JJ McCarthy, round 13 and 14. Would have liked Drake May in round 12, but honestly, I am okay with how that went. Running back, we double tap round 2, 3, turn Amarian Hampton and Trayvon Henderson. Waited to go back to it in round 10. I will say, Dwayne, we got 5 running backs in our next 7 picks. Dylan Sampson, Austin Eckler, Tyler Algier, Damian Pierce, and Blake Corum. I don't hate that lot. Again, we're fully relying on Hampton and Henderson. I do believe those guys have their respective outs, and at those price points, man, I am okay with it. Wide receiver, we got the wide receiver one, Jamar Chase, Mr. 101, Mike Evans, Tedero McMillan, Roma Dunze, rounds 4 through 6, snuck in a Khalil Shakur round 8, waited until the end where we got Isaac Tesla, Alec Elio Manor, and yes, rise up Cokeheads, Jalen Coker himself. Tight ends are very strong. Sam Laporta in round 7, Tyler Warren in round 9, and as we've mentioned many times, 49ers defense in round 18. So look, man, I would have liked to get some of the guys that sniped us. I think it's a perfectly solid B draft. Maybe Yahoo gives it an A. Maybe they give it a D. I don't, Yahoo draft grades or something else.
I'm with you.
I'll give us a solid B.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a draft that I walk away and where I'm like, oh my God, like how did we get all this? We had to work for it. But when I look across the room, I think the whole room overall drafted well. Meaning, I don't see a team that just got so many values that you're like, oh my God, how did they get all that? You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be tight in this league. I don't know. Do you see a team that you think is an A plus?
Even team 2 next to us still, again, they got plenty of guys.
It's good, but he faced a lot of the same problems we did.
Yeah, so I think when I would imagine, we can see what the week 1 projections are. I imagine we're very close. And, who cares? It's just 1 week and everything. But we had a similar build, and that's probably why we had similar players we all wanted. So teams that really stand out.
See, a lot of them, I start looking at them, and then it's like, I like Jordan Mason, but taking him in round 7. And again, it could still be a really good team, but I think the Ronald Stewart team, I don't know if that's actually Ron Stewart or not. I think it's pretty good. You got CD Lamb, AJ Brown, James Cook, Jalen Hurts, Marvin Harrison Jr., Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison. So this is a hero running back build. Then you come back.
Got a late Hawkinson too.
Late Hawkinson gift whenever we took Warren. But then you got Dobbins, Scadaboo, Ford, Will Shipley is a pick that we talked about making. DJ Giddens is a guy we had in our queue. Sean Tucker, Trevor Etienne. I mean, this is a hero RB draft where you threw a bunch of darts at the end. Didn't take a defense or a kicker, which obviously knows how to work the way the format works. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good team. But at the same time, it's a hero RB build. You need something to work out, right? At your RB2. And you and I have built teams like that in the past that we love, and none of those picks work out. And then we built teams like that where the RB2 works out. Like last year, the teams where we took Chase Brown. And we're like, oh my God, these teams are great. Chase Brown is the running back 2. Let's freaking go. We have good wide receivers, and then your wide receivers get hurt or whatever. But it's a good team. So I thought there's a lot of solid builds in here, but I don't see one to me that stands out that I'm like, oh my God, this is an amazing team.
That would be the closest one. I agree with you, because every other one I get to, and it's like, well, okay, good picks. I don't see any teams that suck, also like I'm
not a big fan of team 3, taking Charbonnet round 6, Bo Nix round 7, Terry McLaurin in round 4.
That would be the one. 9. I wasn't trying to throw him under the bus again, but
it's fine. I just, I'm not crazy about that team, but like I said, we already said it was going to win, so we had to mention it again. I think the one more time is not bad. McCaffrey, then you get London and Higgins, RJ Harvey. We got David Montgomery in round 7 the other night, but he got George Pickens in round 6 in this. And then Jacoby Myers in round 7. So technically, he has David Montgomery, Jacoby Myers. Those 2 guys are battling for the flex spot. And then he got Jaden Blue. He got an upside Colston Loveland. He's not going to love that in week 1.
That's good too.
Comes back and gets Pittman, Mims, and then he gets Purdy, Adam Thielen, and Justin Herbert. I won't name all the rest. He grabs some other tight ends and stuff down there. That's a good team.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
I would say, those are the 2 best ones. So fun draft. Certainly
Yeah, good
certainly
job
took
by
some
everybody that was
shots,
in here.
but
Yeah.
good job by everyone. And as always, we're just having a good time. We hope you guys don't hate us or anything like that. If we poke fun or two at a pick, you guys could very well kick our ASS in this draft up and down. So, Dwayne, we are again recording this on Thursday night. So by the time people hear it, they will see your perfect draft strategy guide at fantasylife.com for free.
That's right. Comes out, well, it'll be out, like you said. When you guys listen to this, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out.
Great day to be great. Appreciate you, Dwayne. We also just recorded wide receiver strategy, you, me, and the Oracle, Matthew Freeman himself. So that was a good episode. And otherwise, talk data to me. And otherwise, just have a great freaking weekend. So for Dwayne, I'm Ian. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone.